The CECC on Tuesday announced an easing of COVID measures at the border, which will take effect on February 7th. Arrivals will no longer be given 4 rapid tests to use at home. Instead, they'll be given 1 to use if they develop COVID symptoms.
In addition, arrivals from China will no longer have to do a PCR test upon arrival. The CECC says it's considering ways to further ease the mask mandate in the future. Currently, it's considering following a model similar to South Korea's. Details will be announced later this week.
After assuming office Tuesday, Premier Chen Chien-jen visited the CECC to inspect pandemic measures and to better understand the situation following the Lunar New Year long holiday. Chen also spoke on further easing COVID restrictions.
Recently, the number of COVID cases has increased a bit. We talked about whether to make changes to the indoor mask mandate, and we discussed the measures implemented at the border for arrivals.
The CECC announced that starting February 7th, there would be 2 changes to pandemic-related measures at the border. Arrivals will be given only 1 COVID rapid test, down from 4 tests currently, and be told to use the test if they develop symptoms. Passengers arriving from China will not be required to do PCR tests upon arrival, and travelers transferring through Hong Kong or Macau will not be required to present a negative test result.
The rate of positive PCR test results among China arrivals has already dropped from 20% down to around 1%. Genetic sequencing shows that the BA5 and BF7 variants account for 98% of recent cases. None of them are new strains.
The CECC said that aside from the lower number of cases, the continued closure of the border to Chinese tourists is another reason for easing measures. Also on Tuesday, the CECC said it is mulling easing the indoor mask mandate, following a model similar to South Korea's. The model designates some venues as requiring masks and others where masks are recommended but not compulsory. A final decision on the matter will be announced before the end of the week.
Schools are the Education Ministry's jurisdiction, migrant workers are the Labor Ministries, and public transit the Transport Ministries. We have to discuss the issue with all of them. After we deliberate, we'll make a decision and an announcement.
On the second workday following the long holiday, the number of reported local COVID cases spiked, surpassing 32,000. That's more than double the roughly 14,000 cases on Tuesday last week.
10 days is quite long for this annual holiday, so a rebound in cases is to be expected. Regarding how large in scope and how long this wave will be, that will be our focus. However, our assessment is that it likely won't be too long, and cases likely won't get that high.
Despite a surge in cases, the CECC says it doesn't expect the wave to be too great in scope, and is still planning to make a decision on indoor mask use this week.